So hey, this is Chuck at Aquatic Artists, and this is kind of a post about innovation, right? And trying different things. And I looked at our, these are our Genesis waterfall kits, and right here's the base for Genesis. You know, that looks like a simple thing, but took a while to figure it all out. And the idea was natural stone waterfall that can be installed in a couple hours with 2 guys and no equipment. Well, the no equipment part makes it very difficult, right? So we developed the base, which is hollow center, but that base still weighs, I think, 500 pounds. So like, yeah, I think 350 or 400 pounds. So it's heavy, and you're not moving it that easy, right? So we figured out how are we going to get this moved, and we came up with a big, complicated installation system. We spent tens of hours designing it, and then tens of hours fabricating out of aluminum so it could be lightweight. And the idea was it had a cart, and it had A-frame, and pulleys and jacks and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then we built this whole thing out, and you'd set it up on site, and you could move the base into the yard and set it up in 15 minutes, so it was no big deal. And like it was like, yeah, big great thing, right? And then we're sitting in the office talking, me, Kevin, and Eric. And we had some challenges with the installation system and the way it was working. This big complicated thing that we built. Eric goes, why don't we just cut the base in half? Why don't we just cut the base in half? So we cut the base in half and didn't need the installation system. So, you know, a famous person once said that good engineers optimize the thing that should not exist. And that is a perfect example of, I'm not saying we're good engineers, we're not engineers, but that is a perfect example of what happened. We came up with a great idea for a thing that wasn't even needed. So, at any rate, we cut the base in half, and now you have a Genesis waterfall kit that is 2 hours, 2 guys, no specialty skills, tools, or equipment, and it works. So that's the other side of innovation. You try things, and some work, and some don't. Thomas Edison was the greatest inventor, and I think in history. And it wasn't necessarily because he was the greatest inventor. He just had the most inventions. He tried the most things. It's a volume game. If you have a lot more, hits at bat, you're going to hit more home runs, right? So that's kind of what, sort of the innovation game. You got to try a lot of things. Some things work, and you have to be humble enough to accept failure when things don't work and keep going.